Hi my Pitty friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Jenny from the Pitty Crafter, and I am back with a haul video. This is a different haul video because I'm gonna call this video a personal, my own garage haul items. I'm trying to get organized for back to school, which means back to work for me as a teacher. So I ended up today going to get some of my school things and books and different items at my mother-in-law's house. And I still have half of my school stuff over there. However, when I went, I brought all my books, my personal books, my book collection that my library collection that I had that I would use in the classrooms depending on the grade levels. And after I did that, that was yesterday, and then today, basically I was organizing my garage and I divided things by, I also brought the crates for decorating for fall. So I left in the garage. We're going to try to decorate this Sunday before we start school, our house for fall. So I left that in there. But then I had so many books and so many school items that I wanted to divide everything because I do have a craft fair this Saturday. So I can't start loading my school supplies yet into my car. So what I decided was I was going to make 3 piles of books or items. One was going to be everything that I'm going to take to work. That's going to go in my classroom next Monday. The items that I find that have to do with journals that I'm thinking about or that I'm collecting current things right now and I have space for them. And the other pile is things that I can use in future journals that are not warped, not damaged, and I can keep. And then obviously I had the throwaway pile, which was very small. So anyways, I'm gonna show you, I only brought, you know, those bags that you use to go grocery shopping that are kind of like that plastic. So I only, for now, brought in 2 plastic bags full of mainly books and some of these little things that I'm gonna show you to my craft room. I have tons of bags for things that are going to go in my craft room. I'm just trying to organize them slowly. So these are things that right now I have out, or I've recently started collecting, things like that, that I know where everything is and that I know that it can fit. All right, and I have 2 of those. I think I'll divide this all maybe in 2 videos. I don't want to go more than 30 or 45 minutes. Okay, because I have 2 bags, so I'm gonna start with one, and then the next video will be the second bag, and so it'll be a part 2 haul series of my garage, my personal garage. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna organize and we'll be right back to start. All right, so let's start with these things, and I know you have a glare, so let's take them out of the bags. So the first one here, this is when I was teaching elementary school. It's called Fix the Spider Sentences. And I'm subscribed to a website called Teacher Pays Teachers, and a lot of the things that I get there are free items that teachers have created. So this was one of them, and this was supposed to be kind of a centers. Teachers do centers, and a center game for my ELA, English Language Arts class, for the month of October or Halloween. So it basically gives you the numbers. It's like a little story. So this would have been like page 6, page 4, page 2, page 5. I'm gonna put them in order for you so you can see them, 1, 2, and 3. And yes, I laminated them myself. The backs are blank, hand cut them. So number 1, and if you can see, it has a little spider web here. The spider was make a web in the corner of the barn. So you have to fix, so they would have to write in the back the correct sentence. So it would have been the spider made a web in the corner of the barn or stuff like that. Anything as long as they fixed it. So the capital instead of was, make, it would be made, things like that. So I thought that these would be great. I looked at some of the things that I already made, and again, I still have probably about 10 crates of things like this that I made. So I thought about things that I made like this that I could use in my journals, right? So in in a Halloween journal, for example, this could be a pocket. It could be a pocket, pocket like this. It could be a tuck. I could just make it into a journal card. So things like that. So I thought that this was fun. So I'm going to keep that in here instead of, because I'm not teaching anymore, elementary school. All right, so this one is supposed to be circle the correct answer. And who has a cat? Pat Jan. There's nothing in the back. It comes with little frequency and sight words here. And I thought that these were cool. I thought that this is something I can use in my children's journals. And I've been collecting for that. And so this is like the little booklet. So I made two, Pat and Jan, and name, and this would be, the booklet says this is Pat, and then it has vocabulary in the back. So these are things that obviously, again, like a big pocket, and you can put things in the back because it's, these are laminated as well. By myself. You can use the Sharpie markers not Sharpie, sorry, the dry erase markers to color around it, then wipe. So all of those type of things. So I have a big stack of that. And this is kind of like a rating. Color in a smiley face each time you read the story. So they were supposed to read the story 3 times. Here's some more words, because see, you have so I have different stories in here. So this is the bat story. See, so these are fun, something different that being a teacher, I can take advantage of, that I'm not teaching this grade level anymore, and use them in my journals. And if I'm not thinking about doing children's journals yet, but if something happens and I go back to elementary school, I know exactly where they are at, and I can put them back in my classroom, but I doubt it. I love my job right now, so I'm hoping that I can stay at that school and that job until I retire. So this was like the little stories for that. Then this is perfect for Halloween. It was supposed to be kind of like a matching game. I think in some crate or something, I have where you put them together, but you match to make words. So you try to find the letters, right, or the vowels, and you match them up to make a word, such as, let me give you an example. Right here. So this one, so it would be map. So you do not have the alphabet here. You just have, do you have a glare? No, I'm the one that has the glare. So you just have different letters that make words, right? And it came with a teacher sheet that would tell you the words. And what you do is when you're in a center, it's an ELA center for October, you would just give this little bag to the kids and tell them, I want you to make 5 words, 10 words, depending on their grade level, 3 words. And then they have a notebook that they write it, or they can write it on, we get like little boards, like almost like tiny dry erase boards, and they can have little dry erase markers, and they show me, and then I give them their grade, and then that's it. So I have a whole bunch right here. So I can use these just to stick them in, in pockets. I can use them to make tucks. I can, there's so many uses for this. You can actually make a word on a page. You can put you can make the words and then put a little eyelet right here in a hole, and then, so many things. So they're all in this candy corn. So definitely for October. And if you haven't thought, you're a junk journaler, right? and you haven't thought about it, Teachers Pay Teachers is a great website to find different interactive things for your journals, because they do have things like this, but they also have stories that you can use, and they, even though it says Teacher Pay Teachers on their items that, you know, are money, like Etsy or anything else, there are a lot of things that are free, and you can change the settings so that when you put, which is how most of us teachers do, let's say you wanted to do spider web, and you can get coloring pages. So you would write spider web, show me things that have to do with spider web. So just the spider web in the search, and then you would change the setting about price to free. And then it'll show you all the things that they have there for spider web, from coloring books to crosswords to, you know, interactive spider words activities like this. Okay. This is, I used to have a magnetic game that came with these, let me not lie. That's, no, I'm thinking of something else. So these are not magnetic. These are words. They're purple and white on the back. And they were in, I got them from a school that I worked at that was getting rid of a lot of old items. So I got them there, and it was just the words, nothing else. So a lot of these are what we call frequency words or sight words. So, you know, or, one, you know, him, her, let. And I used it with my students to also for that, for frequency words, but also to make sentences, phrases, things like that. So the same thing again, you can put the tiny little eyelet from your eyelet setter, right? Or your crocodile. And you can even put this as a dangle in a tassel if you wanted to, but you could just glue it to a page. You can make a sentence and put it on a page. So many things to do with this. This is fun. And again, this is cardboard, like the chipboard that you get in some of the scrapbook things. So that's that. And I have a whole bunch of them, as you can see. Probably like 50 are in here. Okay, so I saw that. Now, these are kind of the interactive things so far that I found that I brought from my garage. Now I'm going to show you some books. So the books that I'm going to show you now are going to be paperback, but they are from the theme that I'm doing. So for example, this one is My Little Pony, the movie, the junior novel. It includes 8 pages of full color scenes from the movie. So I have this in my collection. As you can see, it has my name on it because I used it in my classroom. And look at the full pages of color, almost like journal cards. And the collection of books that I'm going to show you, I never even thought about using them, right, in my journals, in my business or that type of thing. But now, since I'm not doing elementary anymore, what I did is I went through it and picked out books that my kids in high school would be motivated to read. Kept those. I think I have 3 pages of that. And look at these stars, these pages with the stars. And you know, and the rest I looked at them and said, what type of themes do I have that I can have for? So this one. So again, I'm going to show you things that even when I looked at them, I'm like, oh my God, and that are vintage. This is not vintage probably, but let me see, 2017. So see, copyright right here, 2017. But I did find some Dr. Seuss and other different books, Winnie the Pooh, Sesame Street, things like that, that are vintage, and I will show you those. So I brought this one because I'm doing a My Little Pony collection. I brought this one. This is from Scholastic. It's called A Rotten Apple Book. I'm guessing that is like a series. This is the only one I have. It's called Zombie Dog. and it's by Claire Hutton, and it does have I don't think it has any pictures in here, but I thought I'd bring it over because I can definitely make this into a journal, right, the cover, but at the same time use the pages. I'd probably like coffee dye them or something for Halloween journals, you know, because it's zombie. Let's see how this is. Sometimes when you're a teacher, you know, things get damaged. Let's see. And also I lent my whole collection. I again, like I said, I've been a teacher, you know, since I graduated high school, because I did. I worked at private schools until I finished my bachelor's degree, and then since I finished my bachelor's degree, right? So this is not vintage, but it is 2012, so it will be pretty soon. Look at the apple. And so I have books. I would buy books, and if you're a person that's a teacher and you need to create your library, you're a first-year teacher, or you changed and you are you changed your subject or you changed your grade level, a good place to start to create your library is going to be Dollar Tree, where you can find books like this. You can find a lot of Judy Blume books as well, which I know they're banned, whatever. I never paid attention to that, and my license was never taken away. I was never reprimanded. They were just there, and the kids don't even know what it is, and I never had a parent complain. So what was I saying? Oh, so anyway, so Dollar Tree. The other place is, as you've seen from my hauls, definitely thrift stores. Not here, but if you live in Rhode Island, when I went to my sister, when I went with my cousin, she's like my sister, to Salvation Army in Rhode Island, the books were $3 for $1. So, you know, sometimes you get deals like that. So definitely you don't have to go to Barnes & Noble or Amazon to get books that are going to be, you know, the cheapest ones are usually like $4.99, things like that. But you can get books even for 50 cents if you are creating a classroom library. Remember, these are books for your students, your kids, so that they can start reading. So I just wanted to put that out there. So this one, Zombie Dog. I have another My Little Pony one here. This one is called Lyra and Bon. This is Lyra and Bon and the mares from Smile, or SMILE, which I'm guessing they're trying to represent like, oh, what was that movie? Men in Black, you know, which they were like MIB, Men in Black. And this is by G.M. Barrow. And this is in good shape, except this right here. The spine's in good shape. The back is amazing. It does have a code, so it's not vintage, 2016. This is a first edition. And no picture, oh, a little bit of pictures here, look, at the beginning of the chapter. So you could use those, probably, you know, as a page decoration. That's cute. But definitely look at the back ones. These are colored, you know, this one. So there's, look at this. I hadn't even seen this again because I'm not looking. Ooh, I wonder if the other one has this. And this is, it's drawn in here, but with pencils, so I can erase that. I'm gonna look and see before I let you, you know, before I get to the other book. And again, this was my library, so there is no super damage. What I did, I have 2 books that I have under really heavy books because they were like this one a little bit like bent from where they were stored in the garage. But you know, I've had this collection for a long time, and I try to store them, not store them outside, and store them in places that will keep them good. Look at these, great. Oh, look at that, great pages, right? So that was this one. Let me see if this one has that. I don't think so, because I showed you the back. Yeah, no, just that one. Just this one. This one doesn't. All right, look what I found. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. And if you guys have seen my hauls and have been watching my YouTube, you'll see that I've been collecting for the Wizard of Oz. And I actually got some things from eBay that I need to do a video as well, and one of them was a book from Wizard of Oz. So this is the back, which I like. I would just, you know, cover this with something. And as you can see, and yes, I did put Rodriguez here, but I'm not selling the book, you know. And I found that some of my old ones, I put my name here, so I have to figure out how to take Sharpie off. I'm going to Google that. So this edition is, let's see, printed, it's a first edition 2017, so not vintage, but definitely to use the pages, probably coffee dye them. There are no pictures except that. But you can use the title, right, and put this like as a pocket or a journal card. Just back it. Just see. But definitely good. And now I have so many Wizard of Oz books as well, and this one too. So Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. So I've been collecting Little Women things as well. This one is the junior classic for young readers. I have a few Little Women. I don't have I think I have I do have sorry, I have Little Women and Little Men vintage that I ordered on Etsy. So this is the cover, and this is the back, and this is a 2013 version, and this is fully, look, illustrated and adapted. So this one, let me put these back. So this one does have illustrations, which amazing, right? Even though they're black and white, you still use all of these things. How amazing is that? Look at that. And I love Little Women. I love this book. It's a classic. I have it in my library as well. So, and yes, like I said, you know, when you're a teacher, you have to label your books, because I do loan them to students a lot, and that they know they have to return them at the end of the day, and they're not allowed to take them home. Probably a few got taken home and not returned at the end of the day. I found this one, Spider Girl, like Father Like Daughter Marvel, because I have a superhero collection, and this is coming off this little thing right here. So if it'll completely come off, I'll take it off without ripping anything. But this is probably not vintage at all. But it does have, look at these beautiful pages that you can use, and it's like a comic book, and these are almost like newspaper pages but thicker, and as you can see, it already has like that vintage look. It's not white, it's like creamy, like coffee dyed. So, you know, already I've been dying to make comic book journals. So I'm collecting things for that, and superhero journals. So this is great. And see, it's already ripping here, so no problem with that. I had the person I lent these to, the teacher, she was so upset because her students had ripped some of my books, and I told her, listen, they are for reading, they are for your students. She was trying to fix everything and tell me, and I was like, she a good friend. I said, listen, as long as they were used. So did I tell you the, let's see, copyright, maybe here. Yep. Oh, look at this, 1999, vintage. So yeah, vintage Spider Girl. There you go. Another My Little Pony book. This says Discord and the Ponyville Players Rama Rama by so-and-so. By G.M. Barrow. Sorry. This is the back. Very, very good condition. This one is 2015. Okay, here are all the chapters. Oops, see already right here, look. Already one student ripped it. There's some other ones that I'm going to show you, and you'll be like, what? Pretty ripped. So look at these chapters. Those are cool. Those you don't even have to use for My Little Pony, because it doesn't really have a pony, right? It's just more like magician, magic, movie, theater. And let's look at the back. Oh yeah, look at these. Dear reader, I put together these bonus pages just for you. This one's orange. The other one was kind of like that minty blue green. Look, full journal page right there. Look at this one. Journal pages. Look at the little My Little Ponies. Making sure that you can see. Yep. Crossword. Word search. Sorry, word search. Word jumble. Writing. Maze. Writing. So yeah, these are good. And if I am not mistaken, they sell some of these at the Dollar Tree. This one is Disney Planes Fire and Rescue, and it's symbolizing cars, the junior novelization. So you're gonna have some pictures in here, but I am doing not necessarily Disney cars, but car journal per se. So it has a lot of words. Let's see if we have some pictures here. No, not many pictures except in the middle that are colored, like the other one that I showed you. Instant journal cards here, really cool. So as you can see, and I think that, what is there a movie that's called Planes, or is there just a short that Disney made? I don't know. I haven't really, if there is a movie, I haven't seen it yet, but I do have Disney Plus, so I have to look. And this one is probably 2014. Okay, so that's the copyright. Okay, and then I brought this one in because it says 13th Street Battle of the Bad Breath Bats by David Bowles, a Harper chapters. And it's definitely been used by my students, as you can see. And so I thought that this would be great for Halloween, you know. So it's like a comic book, right? A student comic books, and it has lots of pictures in black and white. So I thought this was amazing. So many pages, look at that. To do so many things. Little bubble there. Love it. Love, 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 love. So there you go. All right, so those were the soft covers. Now to the, those were kind of like the chapter books kind of things. So this is a hardcover. I got this on Amazon a few years ago when I was, I stopped teaching special education for a little bit and was teaching general education 5th grade. So I got these. And this is exactly what it is. You're gonna get books that are all graphic novels for superheroes, and in this pack. There's one of them that just because the kids used it, I still have it, but because the kids used it so much is not in here, and I think it is. Let's see. I have Dear Justice League, Superman of Smallville, The Secret Spiral of Swamp Kid, and so I think this one, right? Yep, we'll see. There's one of them that Black Canary is the one that I'm missing, this one. And it's somewhere in my books, but who knows. So the first thing is journal, boop, boop, right? And you see, this is what I was telling you. So this is the first one, Swamp Kid, and it's a graphic novel. This is the back, and look at it. It's got Superman in the back. It's got, oh, look at these pages. Look right here. Look. Perfect for journaling. Perfect, right? As you can see, it has lined paper, this one. Comic books. I'm dying to make comic book journals. So, I'm not going to put this in my comic book collection, but I am going to put it in my superhero collection. Superman of Smallville. See some pencil. These were very, very well liked. When I was in 5th grade, my kids loved these. And kids don't really love to read, at least A lot of the kids that I teach, they don't really love to read, but the good thing about graphic novels is it's, you know, they have the words for you to read, but then they also have the images. And if they don't love to read, they can start here. And I always said, this is how I started with the Archie, you know, Archie, Betty, and Veronica. That's how I started my reading journey. I did have a girl in 5th grade. She was gifted, like literally gifted, identified as, and she kind of snobbed at these books. She liked to read books. She was a super Harry Potter fan, and so I had the whole collection in my classroom, and she would just read the whole collection back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I had big books like that for her to read because that's what she was into. So this is Dear Justice League, another comic book, and I don't know if I told you the other ones, but we're gonna look at this one. I'm gonna look at the copyright. Look at these journal cards, potential journal cards of the, you know, the members of the Justice League. Look at that page. So if I use these journal cards, they're already backed for me, because you can definitely write there. Not this one, but look at this page, perfect page. It's all you need for journaling. This one as well, look at that. This is, that would be your center. I mean, that's what I would do. Anyways, I don't want to go through the whole thing, but yeah, oh dear, Wonder Woman. Perfect, Wonder Woman. Chapter, they're divided by chapters. Look right here. It'll tell you Superman, Hawkgirl, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. So, oh, this was, I was gonna tell you. 2019 is this one. I don't remember if I told you this one. 20, they're all 2019, I'm guessing because they were all part of a set. Yep, 2019. So the whole thing is 2019, and that came in this. And they still have that on Amazon, so if you liked it. And they have so many different, so many different graphic novels. If you're a teacher or you're a parent that would like your kids to start reading, teenagers, high schoolers, and middle schoolers are usually the ones that don't like to read. Elementary kids, it's easier if they're, what's the word? If they like picture books, you know? All right, so these are soft covers. These are soft cover books, and they are, these are the ones that I told you that they're probably vintage. So I'm gonna go through them. The First Day of School, this is like a book from school. And I put this out because of the back to school. It does have some pencil in the front and the back, but this is, this was from an old library that they're not doing anymore, but 1996 vintage. Vintage. Love it. So, you know, it has some writing there in pencil. I can take it away, but I was thinking about using these, and see, you just have to take the staples out for my back to school journals. Some things, you know, I won't be able to use because they're warped or damaged, but so that was that one. Then for Halloween, Bula's Secrets, a Halloween sticker book. Probably stickers aren't here. So this was this one. And this is also vintage, 1988 copyright. And it's a little ghost, like Casper. Look at those beautiful images. And it's obviously, just has this here. You can see the vintage, you know, the antique, old. And see, no stickers here. There were supposed to be stickers here somewhere, so don't have that. Then I found this one. See, if this came out, I can take out from other ones. It's a Winnie the Pooh in Spanish and English, bilingual. Gracias, thank you. I love it. I paid $2.99 for that, I'm guessing. So, these are the images. And then you have, conejo fue amable al darme sus panecillos de miel. Yo debería decirle la palabra mágica, pensó Pooh. So then the bottom, it's in English. Oh, brother, said Pooh, Rabbit was nice to give me some honey buns, so I should say the magic words. So it's a book about teaching manners, how to say thank you. And this is 2007. Okay, copyright, so not vintage. But yeah, that was that one. And then I found a whole set of these. Oops, so let me get them all in order. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And I've seen these in, like I've seen these like in little golden books. And I'm like, I don't know if I like this little, I don't even know what it is. What is it? Hamster, because of the teeth. So anyways, this is a whole bunch of all of these little golden books, but they're not hardcover, they're soft, all by Mercer Mayer. And this little cute person. And look, see how my name is here? This one is a 1983 version by myself, and it's in good condition, no coloring or writing or anything, just, you know, some spots where it's old. So I said, well, why not? If I have all these, I might as well. So I'm gonna make a collection of that. Look at this, 69 cents, wherever that was. This one is What a Bad Dream by Mercer Mayer. This is the back. It's about that little boy who is what is he? A chipmunk, a squirrel, beaver, right? This one is 1992, which is vintage. Who is I? Do we know what the name of this character is? If you guys know the name of the character, put it down below in the comments. I have no idea. This one is Happy Easter Little Critter, and you can see a golden look book by Mercer Mayer. And this one has a tape here. And this one is from 1988. It doesn't tell you the name of this little character. What's his name? My Little Sister. That's all it says. No one calls him by the name. I quietly tiptoed downstairs. No name. All right, Just Grandpa and Me. Also a golden look book. Okay, I'd have to like wipe that. This is 1985. As you can see, some damage. This is the same thing, a golden look book. Just Grandma and Me. That was Just Grandpa and Me. This one is Just Grandma and Me. In 1983. They're at the beach here. Just Me and My Mom by Mercer Mayer. Is this pencil? Let's see. I don't know if it's pencil or it looks more like pen, right? Yep, so that's not coming off. This was this is a 1990. That's cute. Okay. So those were those. Then I found this Elmo's Learning Adventure Animal Alphabet. right? And this is 2010, right? I want to say. I think that's what it said. Yeah, 2010. So Elmo loves having learning adventures with his friend. So you can see it's like almost your tag. Animal alphabet. Look at that, so pretty. Very, very bright. Love it. Elmo's Search Inside. And then this one I think is a little vintage. This is called A Predictable Read Together Book, Willow Ship Press. One More Dinosaur, and it's about counting and adding. And I think this is from, oh, no, oh, right here, 1989. And this is also stapled here in the middle. It's got lots of dinosaurs. I could make dinosaur journals. I don't have, I mean, I do have stuff that I could literally, it's not something that I'm feeling it, but I thought I could use this for back to school because, see, right here, 9 + 1 = 10, 10 dinosaurs hear a roar. So it even gives you the equation right here. So, oh, that was cool. All right, so let me look at my time. So I think I'm gonna leave it here because I have a whole more books and I am at 41 minutes. So instead of probably 2, I'll probably have to do 3 videos if I'm gonna go over like I did today. But I did, isn't this fun? It's almost like Christmas and I already have these things in my stash. I paid nothing for them. I just, now I'm finding a new way to use them. Before they were for my classroom and my kids, and now I'm gonna share them with you guys and the world. So I think that's so much fun. I was so excited when I started finding these books. So hopefully you liked it too. Stay tuned for my next videos, and if you did like it, please hit that like button and subscribe. Remember, the more subscribers I have, the better it is for my future journey and my future shop. And please go on down to my Etsy shop so that you can see all the fun and wonderful things I am doing with all of these hauls that I have bought or created or found. That's it for me, my pretty friends. Until next time, bye.